Hello everyone, this is Sesh Kashyap. Today I am going to explain you the chapter from your science book, that is class 5th, chapter number 3, stay safe. Okay, so let's start. So before just going deep into the chapter, let us see these pictures. What these pictures show us? These pictures are showing about danger. Yes, a building on fire means broken roads, wires, just wire is falling, a building means all these pictures just show that these pictures are in danger. Yes, the situations which you can see in this picture show that these situations are of danger. So stay safe. How we have to just keep ourselves safe. Okay, so let's start the chapter now. So in this chapter we will learn about first aid and first aid tips for some accidents and injuries. So let us see what is first aid. Yes, what is first aid? First aid is that before waiting for a doctor or an ambulance may worsen the condition of the victim. So first aid is that gives a proper treatment before the arrival of a doctor. Yes, an immediate medical help which is given to an injured person before taking him or her to the doctor. That is known as first aid. Okay. So now in this chapter we are going to learn about first aid tips. Okay. So let us start. Accidents may occur anywhere and anytime. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what happens in after 1 minute. Okay, and these accidents occurs without warning. So nobody knows these accidents occur anywhere, anytime. Sometimes the victim may not get the correct treatment. Who is called victim? The injured person may not get the correct treatment after the accident. Yeah. So in such cases, waiting for a doctor or an ambulance may spoil the condition of the victim. Yes, if we just wait for a doctor or an ambulance, it can make the condition worst of the injured person. So what we are doing in such cases? First aid can however save the victim or at least buy something for the right treatment. So before waiting for a doctor or any ambulance, we can give an injured person first aid. Yes, we can define first aid as the immediate medical help which is given to a person before taking him or to the doctor. Yes, I hope you have understood what is first aid. First aid. First means at once, aid means help. Okay, aid means help. Okay, so first aid is that, again I am repeating once more, an immediate medical help which is given to an injured person before taking him or to the doctor. Okay, let's see. First aid tips. Learn about first aid tips for some common accidents and injured here. We could apply these aids. Aids again help we can say help on someone else only if we have learned them properly. Children too can learn and master has their life saving skill. Okay, so chapter is very interesting and you will learn a lot about this chapter. Okay, so listen me very carefully. Yes, so a life skill is given to you here. So let us see the life skill. We all have accidents once in a while or we all get injured. Yes, isn't it? Yeah, it's right. At such times we need someone who can help us. Someone who could know what to do to make us feel better. So first aid is all about helping people in such situations. Okay, now animal bites. What are known as when an animal bitten. Yes, like a dog, cat, all this. So let's see. Animal bites need urgent, immediate medical attention. Yes, when an animal bites to you, we need in such cases an immediate medical attention. In addition to wound, affected area, what is known as wound? It's an affected area. There is a risk of serious diseases if students, if we are not taking an immediate attention, immediate medical. So in such cases, it can lead to very serious diseases such as rabies. Yeah, dogs, wolves, bats and cats are all known to carry the rabies virus. So if animals like dogs, wolves, bats, cats, if these just bite, they known to carry the very harmful diseases that is known as rabies virus. Okay, so what we have to do in such cases? Scrub the wound. What is known as scrub? Wash the wound with soap and water for at least 10 minutes. Okay, so we have to just wash that affected area with proper soap and water for at least 10 minutes. Then after, what we have to do? Second step. I think first step have you understood? Okay. Learn and just remember always. Cover with a dry, clean cloth or dressing. After washing the affected area, what we have to do? We have to cover that part with a dry, clean cloth or dressing. After that, consult a doctor immediately. Okay, then we have to take the advice of a doctor. Make sure you take the complete course of injections as prescribed by the doctor. So in such cases, when animal bites, we have to consult the doctor and we have to take a complete precautions, the injection course which is prescribed us by the doctor. So these are some of the immediate steps we have to take when an animal bites. Okay, next one, severe bleeding. Severe bleeding, just continuous running of blood. Let's see. Immediate first aid means immediate first aid must be given to control fast spreading or spurting blood. So if an injury means if an accident occurs, if a blood just bleeds, so in such cases we have to take an immediate step to control the fast spreading or spreading blood. So if too much blood is lost, in such cases, if too much blood is lost from our body before the flow, its control, shock develops and a person becomes unconscious. Okay, so in such cases, if we are not able to control the flow of blood in a proper time, so what happens? A person can get some immediate shocks and he can just becomes unconscious. Okay, so in such cases, what we have to do? Have the victim, means an injured person, lie down to prevent fainting. So in that person, just we have to make that person immediately lie down to prevent that he should not faint. After that, apply direct pressure over the wound to halt the bleeding. So we have to apply the direct pressure on the wound, yes, so that we can stop the bleeding. Use a large sterile or germ-free pad or a clean cloth to cover it. So we have to just cover that affected area, or so that germ should not flow on that. Okay, it should not just we can just have a control over the germs after cleaning, after covering that area with a clean cloth. Then after that, after doing these two precautions, then we have to consult the doctor for further treatment. So these are the two first aids we can control the flow of blood before the person becomes unconscious. Okay, next one. Third is eye irritation. Eye irritation. Eye is a very sensitive part of our body. Okay, so we have to just keep them safe. Eye irritation. Yes, even a small specks of dirt. You have noticed, students, if a small specks of dirt in the eye can cause much pain. Yes, so any eye injury needs to be treated immediately. In such cases, we have to take proper precautions. Next, what we have to do? Pull the lower lid down. Yes, that is the lower lid down while lifting the upper lid of the eyeball. Yes, both the lids you have to lift it. Most specks will be visible. Okay, then only you can see the specks of dirt. Gently splash water, just have a flash of water with your hand and try to remove the foreign material. Yes, if you will just have the lower lid, you can just splash the water into your eyes, and so that your dirt can be removed from your eye. If the specs has not washed out, still it is not washed out, try to pick it up with a moisture corner of a clean cloth or handkerchief. After washing also, if the dirt is not removed from your eye, then what we have to do? You have to just take a clean cloth or a hanky. With the help of that hanky, you can just pick up the moisture. You can just pick up the foreign material from your eye. After that, if the speck has still not come out, then also if still the dirt has not come out and the pain continues, rush the victim to an eye doctor or to a hospital. After taking these three precautions, after taking these three first aid tips, then also if a dirt just not comes out and you just feel pains, if your pain continues, what we have to do? We have to rush the person to an eye doctor or to an hospital. Keep him her lying down. So after that, we have to take the person to a doctor. If an irritating liquid gets splashed into your eye, this is about the foreign material. Now we are talking about any liquid that gets splashed into the eye. Flush the eye with a gentle stream of cool tap water for 30 minutes. So immediately we have to just wash our eye at least for 30 minutes. Get medical attention immediately. Okay, so consult the doctor immediately so that he can give you quick treatment. Okay, so this is the eye irritation. Next one, burns. Are you learning something from this chapter? Yes, these are the first aid tips that we have to apply on some accidents and injuries. Now come burns. You know what are burns? Burn, if any person burns, then what we have to do? The skin can get burns by flames, hot objects, hot liquids, excessive sun exposure, chemicals, or contact with electricity. So these are some of the cases in which we can burn, like flames, by hot objects, hot liquids like tea, coffee, all this, excessive sun explosion, chemicals, acids, and we have a contact with the electricity. So in such cases, what we have to do? Electrical burns may look small, yes, but they may be quite deep. Yes, burns in children and elderly people are usually more serious than in others. So in such cases, we have to be alert. We have to just keep ourselves safe. So how? Question arises, how? Let's see. Turn the page. Page number 28. So let's see. For scalds, a small burns, what are known as scalds? Small burns. What we have to do? Towel or sheets soaked in cold water should be applied immediately for comfort. Means if we just affected by small burns, we have to just soak a small sheet or a towel in cold water, and that should be applied on the burnt area so that we can feel comfort. After that, for a chemical burn, if we are just burned by chemicals, the area should be continuously washed with water under a running tap if possible for at least 15 to 30 minutes. Okay, if we are just burned with a chemical burn. After that, do not apply ointments. Yes, we have not to apply the ointments. Spears, greases, especially butter. So all these things are not to be applied on the burnt area. Do not pull off any clothing that sticks to the burnt skin. Do not pull any clothing from that area so that it can affect on the burnt skin. After that, the burn should be covered with germ-free or sterilized dress. Yeah, as I told you earlier, the affected area should be covered to get germ-free. Yes, either by a clean cloth or a cotton. Okay. After that, if burns involves large areas of your hand or face, up to now here we are talking about the small burns. Now come on to big burns. They should be examined by a doctor. Yes, in small burns we can apply these types of first aid tips. But if a large area of burns are, then we have to consult a doctor immediately. After that, burns that break the skin, like cuts, it's required tetanus preventions. You know what is tetanus? Is a disease which is caused by the action of bacteria on an open wound. So this is known as tetanus if an affected area is not just covered. Yes, it can bacteria can just spoil the open wound. Okay, so that is known as tetanus. So we have to just cover the affected area by a clean cloth or by cotton. Otherwise, it can lead to a disease that is known as tetanus. Okay, so these are some of the precautions that we have to take during the burns. Now, a quiz, small quiz is given to you. Let's see. A disease that is caused by animal bite. Yes, what is the disease known as? It's known as rabies. Burn with hot liquid or steam. That is known as scalds, or we can call them as small burns. Immediate help which is given to an injured person before the doctor arrives, that is known as first aid. Then an open wound may cause this, what? It's known as tetanus. We have discussed right now. Okay, so this was the quiz. Now come to electric shock. Yes, let's see electric shock. The possibility of an electric shock should be considered whenever an unconscious victim is found near an electric poles or boxes. Electric burns may or may not be visible. They are not visible. It can be visible or not be visible. So what we have to do in such cases? Disconnect the victim from the electric source. Disconnect the plug. Yes, we have to just remove the plug from the electric board. Shut off the main switch or break the contact by showing the electricity away with anyone that is dry and not made of metal. So we have to just switch on all these appliances and so that a contact should not be there from the electricity. After that, if the victim remains unconscious and is not breathing, he or she should needs artificial breathing. Yes, if a victim remains unconscious, so we have to give that person an artificial breathing. If there is a head, neck or back injury as well, let medical personnel transport the victim. So if there is a head or an injury in all these parts, so we have to consult it to the doctor immediately. Once awake, victims of electric shock may feel a bit confused and may not be protected from falls and additional injuries. So once a person is just affected by electric shock, feel a little bit confused and he maybe not be protected from falls and additional injuries. So this was about electric shock. After that, let's turn the page. Page number 29. It's from safety from fire. Fire can be caused due to carelessness in the kitchen. How are fire are caused? One question I'm asking you students, how these fires are caused? These are caused due to our carelessness. Because if we are not alert, yes, that is, yes. So, due to our negligence, yeah, due to our carelessness, we are responsible for this. So, we have to be alert in kitchen. Mishandling of electrical appliances, burning matchsticks or cigarettes. Let's see. While handling a fire, one must be extremely careful. If we are doing any work connected to fire, we must be more careful. All the electrical wirings of the house must be checked regularly for faults to prevent short circuits. So we have to check our electrical wirings of the house regularly so that it cannot be any fault or to prevent some short circuits. We should never wear synthetic or nylon clothes while handling fires, because what happens, students, these clothes can easily catch fire. So in cases of a gas leak in the kitchen, So this is one more incident we are talking about. So if you notice that if there is a gas leak in the kitchen, what we have to do? All the doors and windows of your house should be open at once. Yeah, all your doors and windows of your house should be immediately kept open. Never strike a matchstick or switch on electrical appliances in such a condition. If you notice that thing, if a gas leak is there in your kitchen, you have to at once open the doors and windows of your house and never strike a matchstick or switch on electrical appliances in such cases. After that, let's see. These are the following methods should be applied to put a stop on a small fire. Use a fire extinguisher. What is called fire extinguisher? This one. This is called fire extinguisher. Okay. So throw sand to stop a small fire if available, or throw sand to stop a small fire. In case of major fire, yes, if in small cases, so we can apply this. But if there is a big fire, major fire, call the nearest fire station. Switch off all the main electrical connections of the house and never use water in case of fire. Yeah, never use water in case of fire. In electrical wirings or electrical systems, water is very dangerous. If a person close catch fire, now if a person close catch fire, try to throw water on the fire as soon as possible. A fire blanket can also prevent the spread of fire and put it out by cutting off oxygen supply. So the person may also be rolled on the floor to stop the fire. So these are the very easiest tips we can use in these cases. So it is important to keep the telephone numbers, yeah, of the nearest chemist. So listen students, now whatever I am saying, it's very important. So it is very important to keep the contact numbers of the nearest chemist, doctor for urgent assistance, urgent cases during any such accidents. Okay, so here some numbers are given to you. In India, we remember to dial 100. 100 number is for police, 101 for ambulance and 102 for fire brigade. Okay, so these are the important numbers that we have to just always keep with us. Okay, so let's recap. In this chapter, what we have learned, only some important points are given to you. So in first recap, we have learned that what is first aid? First aid, as I told you, first aid is the immediate help that is given to a victim of an accident before medical assistance may be provided. After that, animal bites may lead to wound, infections or rabies. Next, after, severe bleeding may take a person unconscious. So we have to just stop the bleeding of blood. Next is, never throw water on fire. Yes, it's caused by false electric wires. It may lead to an electric shock. Never wear synthetic or nylon clothes while handling fire. Throw sand to put off small fires. Okay, so in this chapter we have learned how to keep ourselves safe in some conditions. So we have also learned some of the first aids, how we have to just use these first aids before an accident. After the accident, sorry. I hope you have understood the chapter and you have learned also so much. Okay, thank you for listening me.